And now I'm going to talk to the man who made this happen, along with some friends of his. I had this very special treat of going into Poprad Centrum yesterday to a beautiful little church that's just had his organ restored. And on the line is the boss and the man that helped make this happen. Hi, JT!
Hi there, Eric. How are you?
Well, I have to say yesterday I was in total awe. I was sitting there with my mouth open, listening to the British ambassador rehearsing Bach Staccato and Fugue in D on the church organ that you helped get restored, and it was amazing! It was brilliant!
Let me correct you there. I didn't help to restore it. I bloody restored it. So let me tell you a little story.
Yes, sir.
The communists who punished my family and me, and I couldn't go home because of the bloody communists.
Yeah.
For 20 years.
Correct.
And the first thing they did, they demobbed churches, and this church of Saint Egidius in Poprad, and the Saint Egidius is the founder of the city of Poprad.
That's right.
The church was used for a sleepover for people without homes, for vagrants. They used it as a storage, totally destroyed it and robbed it. Yeah. And when the revolution came in 1989, obviously the Catholic Church was going to move in, and when they found this church, they couldn't believe what happened. And Jekan Oparte, who is God's man, has found these pieces of wood, and he realized it was the organ.
Yeah.
They took it to pieces and they wanted to burn it. You imagine a beautiful Baroque organ. The communists who don't believe in anything and want to ruin everything have decided to burn it. He kept it, and when he told the story, I knew I had to do one thing. So we found the best craftsman. It took 1.5 years to restore it.
Yeah.
And you know, you are such a lucky man. I was hoping that I'll be the first one, having paid for the damn thing, that I'll be the first one who will hear it playing. But of course, you will always have all the luck. I do all the work, I pay for everything, and then you hear it first. And of course, on the 20th of Sunday, the 20th of April, the organ will be blessed by Bishop and Mr. Michael Roberts will come, the ambassador of His Eminence, the ambassador of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, will come, and he will play the first concert on the organ.
To put this into context
for people,
I must say
I've seen it about 3 months ago in the workshop, and it was outstanding. And we found some bits, some pipes from the original, where the I think it was 1768 was engraved by the original builder of the organ. So we managed to restore some pipes and put them into the new organ. I mean, the new organ is 80% new and about 20% of the original. We had to build all the pipes, everything inside. And it's the first Baroque organ in the world which is one register, but has a special tin pipes which have a special device which can produce a music of up to 20 register organ. So it's quite unique, and it's the first one in the world. And I've seen only bits of it, half assembled, but already then it looked beautiful. What it must look like now, with all the golden angels and everything else. It must be something else.
It's phenomenal. The gold architraves around it are fabulous. The sound of it is so rich, unbelievably rich.
I spoke, of course, Michael Roberts studied in Oxford. He's a virtuoso on organ.
Yes.
And he played on one of the best organs in the world.
Absolutely.
And I spoke to him, and he says he was very with the sound of the organ and everything which goes with it. And it just shows you that communists might have to destroy God, but have a look at it now. The Poprad people will have their organ where hundreds of, tens of generations have worshipped in that church. And once more, we are going to build another organ in the Cyril and Methodian Church, we will be probably the best in the world.
Wow.
We've already got some funding and help RTI.
Yeah.
And my companies in England will do a campaign where we try to raise money. That organ will cost 1 million euros.
Ouch. 1 million euros?
But I can't tell you how much this one costs, because I have a belief. If you do something for God, you don't talk about money. The value is, you can't pay for it. The value just cannot be expressed.
No, actually, I'll tell you what the story I will share with everybody, because I was there yesterday when Michael Roberts was rehearsing, and the equivalent of the church warden for everybody around Europe came, and I asked him after about 5 minutes, was it okay to carry on? And when I turned to look at him to ask the question, he was just sitting there. His eyes were fixed, his whole body was fixed on this beautiful, amazing sound, and he just looked at me and he held his thumb up and said, carry on. And that's how spectacular it was. If ever you come to Poprad, you've got to go and see it. It's fabulous, JT.
Yeah, this church is from 14th century, and of course it has got fantastic acoustic.
Yes.
This organ, Michael told me, he says, is just absolutely ideal for it. It's brilliant, and we already don't know where we're going to put all the people on the 20th of April, because it's on Sunday.
Yes.
And it'll be blessed, I think, before the after the Mass.
Yeah.
And everything else, and I'm really looking forward. But I'm really envious, and I really appreciate, Eric, that you played me the Toccata figure, and I have a small favor. When I finish, can you play it for me again?
Oh.
Because it is a very sentimental value for me. I'm so glad for the people of Poprad. I'm so glad for the people who believe that one day this evil system of communism will finish, and that because you see what communism does, it destroys absolutely the system of democracy, so it can take a total control and destroy all the people. You can see now what's happening in China.
Yep.
You can see what's happening in Zimbabwe. You can see what happens when people allow democracy to fall and give the power to a dictator.
Absolutely.
And of course what I have done is I've put like a symbolic 3 angels on the organ.
Yes.
The one in the middle plays, and the other ones are watching him. And that is the symbol of communism. The creative people were doing all the work, and the rubbish, and all the evil people were just watching them and taking benefit out of their work.
Yes.
So I allowed myself to put a little bit of the past to remind people that the only time you have a prosperity if all the people are playing together in harmony. Because if 2 of them are watching, what one does, it never works out.
Absolutely.
Because they don't create any value, and they destroy the value of the gifted individual who tries to bring results to the society and for the future.
Absolutely.
So can you please play for me? Once again, I invite everybody to come for the christening of this organ, which is very, very special. And it is a symbol that you do not destroy at any price. You can't destroy the work of God, and you cannot destroy his images or what all the people who believed in God created in Poprad in the 18th century.
John, thank you.
Thanks very much for giving me this opportunity.